it's the moment of truth right here. They're tired.
Go far or they're not going to go.
They're tired, and let's be honest here. 2012 was a year where they really needed to win that title, or they really needed to win games in the finals to prove that they're legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
And they got that first win. It felt great, and then the wheels fell off the wagon. And ever since 2012, the Thunder have not been the same. They've been able to make the playoffs.
They lost James Harden too.
They lost James Harden, and they are just kind of they look lost out there. I mean, they're still a very talented team.
You can't blame it completely on that yet, though. It's still, early in the season. The main thing about this, though, is that Kevin Durant is injured and Russell Westbrook is injured.
Mm-hmm.
And then that put all the put all the weight on Perry Jones, and then he got injured. And now who do they have? Serge Ibaka and Reggie Jackson to take over this team that intends on going into the championship? No. They're going to have to wait until KD's back and healthy and Russell's back and healthy, and then that's where you start making your projections.
Here's a very interesting fact. Kendrick Perkins isn't even starting anymore. They got Steven Adams out there.
I like that.
So is there an impending trade with Kendrick Perkins? I think so. I think this is hinting. I like a Kendrick Perkins trade to see him go to a small market team like Milwaukee or even a team like Minnesota. I like the idea of a Kendrick Perkins Ricky Rubio trade.
Not gonna happen.
I want it to happen.
It won't happen.
I need it to happen.
That's the dumbest trade in the world.
You're right. You're actually right.
You're telling me they'll trade a double guy for Kendrick Perkins, who barely averaged four rebounds, 5 points a game last year, in over 30 minutes a game.
All right. How about Kendrick Perkins for OJ Mayo? That's a good trade.
Wouldn't do that either.
OJ Mayo, scoring shooting guard, comes to the Thunder, a team in desperate need of a third option.
But think of production. No one wants Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick Perkins. Let's just backtrack a little bit. This is off topic though. Kendrick Perkins can be a solid backup to Larry Sanders and provide some mentorship, just like Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul. That triplet of Chauncey Billups, Chris Paul, and Eric Bledsoe. You had three really good shooting point guards on that team. Do you see where Eric Bledsoe went after he got the mentorship?
But that's Chauncey Billups, and we're talking about Kendrick Perkins.
He has championship experience. Don't tell me he doesn't. He's been to 2 finals.
That's like saying Shannon Brown has championship experience.
He does. That's not a lie. Why would you lie like that?
I'm not lying.
Kendrick Perkins.
It's not.
Okay, if you had seen because Kendrick Perkins obviously is not staying in Oklahoma. He's too much of a burden.
They like him.
No one on the Thunder in their right minds likes Kendrick Perkins. That's not a thing. Kendrick Perkins is like the guy. He's like the friend no one likes.
He's not bad on defense. They like him there. They're just
they don't want him
because it makes more sense.
Oh my God. Okay. You know what? Let's look at this. We've been off track, but if we're gonna get off track, we're gonna go all the way off track. We're not gonna just dip our feet inside of it, okay? Okay, hold on. I need to look up something. So keep on talking about Kendrick Perkins.
He's a good defender. He's a good interior defender. You're kind of
he's not even starting anymore.
You're underrated.
He held that position for so long. Listen.
Scott Brooks believes heavily in getting points off the bench. That's why.
Kendrick Perkins, after this season, is a free agent. He's a free agent. Where do you think he signs? Where does it make sense for him to sign?
Yes, he'll sign with the small market team, but
I think he'll sign.
You were talking about trading him for Ricky Rubio.
That was a bad decision because I forgot that Russell Westbrook still is a person.
Yes, they don't need.
I like the Serge Ibaka, the Timberwolves trade. I like that.
Serge Ibaka.
I like having Ricky. I know it's not gonna happen, but I like the idea of Ricky Rubio and Serge Ibaka being on the same team. Furthermore, I'd like to see a third member of the Spanish national team be in the same team of that duo. And then having the chance to call 3 of those players the Three Amigos and having them put up numbers on a team that goes 40-42.
Like Pal and Mark.
Well, none of those two officers are not gonna. No, they. Oh my God!
We're talking about
a blockbuster trade where Memphis trades away Michael Conley and Zach Randolph for Serge Ibaka and Ricky Rubio. That's creating the Three Amigos and propelling them to a Western Conference Finals appearance where they win. Get this, 0 games, and once again are swept by the Spurs.
The Three Amigos.
Okay, folks, we're sorry. We really went off. But man off, Kendrick Perkins is going to be a free agent, and he's going to sign on a team, maybe, I'd like to think the Magic, maybe.
I think the Thunder are going to pick it back up for
That's
less
a
money.
Dumb idea. If you have a player like
Steven,
Steven,
$9 million right now. They're gonna re-sign him, but they're not gonna re-sign him for $9 million. They're gonna re-sign him for maybe.
They're gonna give him the veteran option.
Not a veteran option. Like he's better than that, but he's not gonna. He's overpaid.
I don't like what they have going on for the 2015 season. I think they're gonna lose. You know what? They're gonna lose Nick Collison as well. Nick Collison's gonna be gone.
Nick Collison is staying. Nick Collison
You think he's
is
gonna
almost
stay?
definitely staying. Nick Collison has been with this team since the start of his career. There's no way he's leaving now if he's gonna.
Okay. But only this, Riddler. Okay. Why would you want to keep a guy? Okay, Nick Collison is a bench player.
He's a chemist. He'll give you what you need.
Why do they have 2 really good power forwards on the? Okay, make the argument. Fine. Jermaine O'Neal and Jermaine O'Neal and who else was on that Warriors team? Jermaine O'Neal and during last season. David Lee. 2 really good power forwards. Fair enough.
Jermaine O'Neal's a center.
Well, he played power forward, didn't he, at some point?
Well, probably, but he's a center.
Whatever, stop correcting me on air. I'm just kidding. Okay, that's enough of that. Now we take it down. Let's go down to the Mississippi. Or, not exactly the Mississippi. Let's go down to Louisiana.
Yeah, we're going up.
We're going
Mississippi.
We're going to
southwest. Mississippi is in the north.
Okay.
Ish.
We're going to the Southwest Division. Okay, buddy. We're going to the Southwest Division, where every single team is basically on steroids.
Oh no, they're in the South. Never mind. I don't know where Mississippi.
Every single team is on steroids. Okay, basically that's what I'm saying right now.
Which one?
The Southwest Division.
They're all. Southwest Division is easily the best division in NBA.
Okay.
I'm going to make that statement right now.
I know. Give me a second while I do my research. I like to think that that division is just so strong. It's almost embarrassing to the other divisions.
When the worst team in your division has Anthony Davis, then you know you're gonna have a good division. You have the Spurs, New Orleans, Dallas Mavericks, Houston Rockets, and the Memphis Grizzlies.
All those teams have gotten very strong over the years. So why don't we just start with the quote-unquote weakest team, which is New Orleans.
Love this team.
Holiday, Gordon, Evans, Davis, Ashik. Not even a bad lineup.
No, that's a really good lineup.
That's a good lineup. That's a lineup that can compete. That can prove itself to the world. Anthony Davis is apparently, quote-unquote, supposed to have a excellent year. So they're supposed to have a really good year this year with him. I would absolutely love to see some good production from Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon can score. Let's make that clear. Sure, he's been injured. But that 2010 to 2011 season will be a season as a Clipper fan I will never forget. ESPN even say even they're saying it's the best division. Okay, Eric Gordon has. Okay, fair enough. The first few years, he was chucking up shots like never before. He was chucking up 16 shots per game. And okay, sure, his shooting percentage has gone down, but he still has a chance to make a big difference with this team. But that's gonna really depend on how Anthony Davis plays his game, because Anthony Davis controls that team's destiny. He's bound to score about 25 points per game. What do you have to say about the New Orleans Pelicans?
I don't know if I agree with 25. I'd say maybe 15, like he did last. Oh, Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Oh, they're talking about Eric Gordon. Sorry. Anthony Davis is gonna have his breakout year, and in a couple of years, he's gonna be the MVP.
You think he can be good as Tim Duncan?
He's like an athletic Pau Gasol. That's how Kobe described him as that as well. He's like an athletic Pau Gasol. He'll beat you in the post. He's developed somewhat of a mid-range game a bit. He could block shots. That's where the athleticism part comes in, and he'll get you points in the post. He's really good, and he'll get you a double-double.
I like the Jimmer Fredette pickup. I thought that was smart.
Have you given up on Jimmer yet?
I will never give up on Jimmer. Jimmer has a chance to change the course of history.
How?
He's gonna make his comeback this year.
You think so?
He's gonna take over for Russ Smith on that bench on that second squad. I believe it. Jimmer, the thing with Jimmer is he just needs to readjust his game to the pro level, and I know he made his we haven't seen him make that transition yet, but it'll happen one day. It's bound to happen. He's only been allowed to start 7 games in his whole entire life.
I don't know. He's a good college player. I don't know if he's a good NBA player. He's a good backup if you want 3-point shooting from a third-string point guard, but I've lost some hope in Jimmer.
I like to believe he's still a person.
Well, okay, I don't want to see anyone in the NBA do bad, but what I'm saying is he's a good pickup if you don't have anyone else as a third-string point guard and you need offense. He's not going to give you defense, but he was better in college, basically.
He was drafted by Milwaukee, and then Sacramento got him. You think about this. Think about this if he just played for Milwaukee, if he could have had a chance to be like, your game doesn't translate to the professional level and gone actual coaching. Sacramento was not the place he should have gone, because Sacramento was synonymous for like failure during this time period. And that's Milwaukee, because Milwaukee at least made the playoffs sometimes. Anyways, New Orleans is a pretty good case. They can make the playoffs if they really need to, but we'll have to see what happens there. Next up would be the good old-fashioned Houston Rockets. Houston gave up a lot of big pieces this offseason, and it's paying off for them, isn't it?
They've lost it, but I think they've come back, and they were able to recuperate. They lost Chandler, but they got Trevor Ariza, who's more accomplished. And then they lost Omer Asik, but
I like Omer Asik. I think he's a great player.
Now they have to. Omer Asik is lost, but now they have to put a lot on Donatas Montejunas.
I like the Trevor Ariza pickup. I like having him back on the team. I think this is a good-looking team, a solid-looking lineup.
Dwight and James Harden are obviously going to get your points. Jason Terry off the bench is going to help a lot too.
I forgot to ask you. No, right. It doesn't matter now. Okay, next one would be the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are synonymous with success. They know what they're doing.
Great defensive team.
Great defensive team. I think that I kind of didn't like when they gave away